Hello.
Hi, how
Hi.
are you? How are you? What do you do?
Yogi.
Husky. We're Random Soul. We're from Australia.
Yeah.
And we're DJs and producers and label owners and...
Funky dancers.
Whoa. I won't go that far. No. A typical studio session for us is like we sort of start off with a couple of basic things and put some ideas down and not sure if it's like a vocal thing or not. It might be a sample based thing or whatever, but Yogi will either put some live bass down or some keys and
vocals, if whatever the thing calls for. We'll work on a solid little piece, and then I'll pass it over to Husky, and he'll take it home and work in his own space and kind of map out the track and bring it back, and then we'll kind of tie up all the loose ends ourselves together. We were working together at a company in Sydney that sold basically dance records and dance merchandise, and we're working together, and I was just starting a little studio then and bought a computer and things like that, and then basically just said come over and check it out, and
we met in the old record store where we are now.
So I play keys, and all the vocals you hear on our tracks are myself, and I play a little bit of bass. It's not my best instrument, but definitely keys and vocals are kind of our strongest thing, and probably the tightest thing in our tracks. Sonically, he picks the right instruments that all work together and gel. I feel like I can come up with ideas quite easily, and melodies and little chord structures and things like that, but Husky's very switched on with the sonic landscape, and then in turn I feel like my forte is then mixing it as his is arranging it.
How we decide whether we're going to use it as a Random Soul or a Yogi and Husky is kind of more the soundscape in the track. So if we're sort of pushing a track slightly down the more electronic path and less organic, less Rhodes, maybe more synthetic
techier
bass
sounds,
then that would be like a Yogi and Husky production, whereas the Random Soul stuff is more the live bass and the chords and something that's a little more organic I suppose. Okay. We've been really lucky with working with some of the San Francisco guys and JJ, who now lives in New York, and his label is based out there, but that's kind of exposed us, I suppose, to the American market and like really working with some cool guys, which we always looked up to, and sort of learning some stuff from them, like on a business sense, but also on a musical level as well.
Definitely.
Having worked with these guys, we picked up a lot of tricks and ideas and methods for producing.
The latest release is just dropped everywhere?
Yes.
It's just dropped everywhere?
That'll Stompy now,
You got it. RSO 008, and that's Hypnotize Me, including JJ's remixes. What else?
We've got this Salted EP dropping in April. That'll be our third on Miguel's label, so we're pretty excited about that one.
It's a little different for us again, actually.
Sort of chucked a couple of deeper things on there. So. Yeah,
it's a Yogi and Husky release, and it's a little left, I think. So hopefully it gets well received, but if not, who cares? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Music is your life. It should be all that we do. When you feel it in your soul, makes you wanna move your feet, makes you wanna dance in the street. Yeah. Music is my life. Music, to the music, to the music, to the music, to the music.
Live show is usually consisting of Husky on the decks, CDJs, and I run my laptop with Tractor and Pro Tools, and basically run Tractor for samples, acapellas, loops, and extra little sounds that kind of complement what Husky's mixing, and then on top of that, Pro Tools I'm running for just purely for keyboard sounds.
We've been doing the live show probably not as long as we've been producing, but probably like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of getting to be fluent now. I think we're kind of getting to it, and definitely the vocal tracks and everything. When Yogi sings live, it's kind of being well received, and people are starting to see that, and I think it's definitely adds an element to watching someone and seeing a DJ set, because you're getting something like a record played live. And the sound systems here are just so much better though.
Oh,
it's a treat playing over here, because
Australia
is a very young scene, I think, and aesthetics and how a club looks is often more important than the sound system, unfortunately. So
or
that's kind of plays like second fiddle to how good the venue looks. So unfortunately, the sound
not to bag Australia, but
hey, the scene's great.
the scene, come on.